Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Friday, number 28 day for this month of April 2023. My name na Capo Daniel, una own countryman, Ambazonian FBI, Mr. No Connie. Una welcome once more for another episode of our daily podcast, a program who will bring una the truth, will bring una meaningful information, fact-based analysis for help we as we work for this journey into our freedom to the independence of Ambazonia. Good people of Ambazonia, today I dey come for una for announce una say for this evening around 7 o'clock Amber time, I go get one of the most important defense briefing for all Ambazonians and all freedom fighters the way they dey for ground zero. This now the most biggest challenge and also the possibly biggest opportunity way our forces them for Ambazonia then get them against the Cameroon occupation. I be that announce about the deal way Cameroon be that make them for Italy for almost 3 years ago, we never materialize. And yesterday, the occupation forces, their top general, will be at their top for Yaoundé. He then visit the Savannah states. The big terrorist boss, when I be the main person, when I the head Cameroon, the army, where they call in a Lieutenant General René Claude Meka, na army chief of staff. That means in a person where he take order directly for the horse's own mouth. The chief killer, the butcher, Paul Biya himself, he don't come for inside Bamenda. He can land for Bamenda. He announced say La Republique then be determined for give a military victory for Ambazonian fighters them. This is be very, very important. Me gonna know which way they come. I been talk I think almost a week or 2 weeks ago. I been need to do this presentation, but I know we don't get enough time for fit do am. So I go try everything for do am today for Boya time 7 o'clock. So the toxic Cameroon one use which they call and say human weapon for fight this war in a decisive battle where they don't prepare for a very long time and they never be able for carry them. I will give them a very good insight for which way happen for up station where this La Republique terrorists they gather for the gathering of the vampires. He get the meeting with Brigadier General Buba, the terrorist drunkard thief where they for inside Bamenda. He then can join Lele Afrique for begin chop money where they take them for Finge. So they don't get the meeting yesterday. The meeting it don't finish. They can land with their official helicopter where they use them for Yaoundé. So now a very big and major announcement where it don't come. When I need to know which way the enemy they plan them. For win a war, you need to know which way the enemy they plan them, which way they do them, so that it go help you for prepare for fight very well. When I see why they always target our network them. If when I look Kunyam titles, their military attaché, their main focus is being for the network way we don't develop them over the years where they help for supply our intelligence for our soldiers, it help for map out possible attack against the enemy and all those things them. Now way they focus on very much. So we need even more and more network. And this thing that's in the way not only unique people them. If you did for some place you don't see some opportunity for we Ambazonia. When not only you don't see them, call we tell we. If you don't see something when not only you fit do them or you get some very good idea, call me, you tell me. I will put them for very, very good use. If you also see their network, we know say their primary network where La Republique it use them na brasseries. Any man where they supply brasseries or they sell brasseries na a very big indicator for their network. Make gonna be watchful of these people them. Every place in La Republique, their military, their terrorist military occupation forces that they can't chop for day. When I monitor the particular individual them, the type of information where they know them, where they type for ask them, when I inform we. For the one for bike people them, they spotter them, na bike people them. We need for study them collectively so that me gonna not be blindsided in any shape or form. So rendezvous today for this very, very important defense meeting. It be very important. I know I ever stress them more than now, but now it will be the most important message. If you be an Ambazonia soldier, this will be the most important message you will hear. So make sure you are there. And if you be an Ambazonian, for we for win this war, We need, as I don't talk am, I go repeat them because we need to hear until people then talk so they run tired before we hear. For win, we need to stop Konto. For win, we need to stop Konto. If you get gun for Ambazonia, where you target them for that area where you did it, don't finish, carry them, give them for some person, borrow that gun for some person. We need RPG. We no fit allow the chief terrorist Lele Afrique in the waka for town the way the waka. We no fit afford for allow them again. If you get RPG them, we need them all. We na send them for Rambo, we na send them for Batman, we na Batman for Bafut, all man for behind palace. I want all RPG them, me then transfer them inside Bamenda. The chain cutter we don't lost them, it need to be replaced. We need all this weapon them. If you get ID, you be the conto say now only that technology for produce a particular ID them. Mateo na say one of the most difficult thing we don't get them for do a struggle now for transfer technology. If you be the whole and say na your own thing that way you go to use them for ask money for diaspora. No say you go can't die with money for your pocket. No say you go die with money for your pocket. Black man is suffer now because of conto. All man want to say na ye, it must be na only ye. If you no be na ye, better meeting than chakara. I detail no be say I mix my talk. You are struggle to suffer now because people that don't talk say if no be them, make things them better chakara. Whether you want start right from the beginning till now, now the same sick will suffer. And if we no cure this sick, we go end with them for a very, very bad place. When nobody ever she don't think, and I go tell una, say the prediction way honorable way by it began for La Republic, it no be only for La Republic, it will be for we too. If you say La Republic, when the people shall rise, we will not stand them. And our people must rise collectively so that we will win La Republic. But we will remember, say, if you also talk, say, La Republic, the one treat like a capture, they treat like a capture people. That one means, say, wait, if we become a capture people, it go worse. I always tell now, when I read the history for the Rohingya Muslim, the way they live for inside Myanmar, for Burma, whatever name you choose for call them, our future, it go worse past their own. If La Republic defeat our freedom fighters, our independentists, the way Amadou Ahidjo, they be joined, take Jongo Foncha, then go defeat La Republic du Cameroon, their own freedom fighters them, when they be key NS Nwani. If our own NS Nwani then fall, my country people, the danger way it dey for we, nothing for gather all skin for fight the fight. Now last fight this they come. We need for gather all thing, fight the fight. Any man where the worker play politics, now time for just eliminate ye for your mind. Not even pay attention for all these politicians. Not even pay them. Because the anger we are get them against them. These are people who are cold-blooded people who don't care anything about you. They don't care anything about our political prisoners. They don't care anything. Even some generals on the ground, this is not, I'm not saying this to a particular person because it goes across the board. Even generals on the ground, you don't even care about your own soldiers who are sick, who have been injured, the ones who are following their wives. And how do you think the newcomers in the camps will increase? Picking the one pick on weapon them. All these challenges, then a time for just take a breath and say, now is the time to fight La Republic. Now is the time to put an end to their networks. Now is the time for put seriousness. No mercy, no joy for the wicked. In this war for La Republic, war na time for destroy, no be time for build. War na time where the other side, it show the other side say, me too, I feel do wickedness against the enemy, against legitimate enemy. Focus on fighting the enemy and stop listening to people who knows only blackmail without any substance. Those are the people who are going to sink us if we are not careful. So my people, if you have listened to me, one thing I've had a track record is I've never deceived Ambazonians. I've never lied to them. Yes, I'm the Ambazonian chief propagandist. And you need a propaganda in war. And that propaganda is geared towards the enemy, not towards our own people. Unless na some shit no white blast way, we need for say me will shut up am before I go decide say make I turn my skin for his side, I go shut up am. Now the times are bad, conditions are critical. All man must put hand together. I mean, all soldiers on the ground must put hand together to send a very powerful message to the enemy. If you be done the delay, you the wait for some operation where we get them. Now not the time for carry them. Now, na the time for carry am. Na time for our population for show zero tolerance to anything Cameroon. I mean, zero tolerance. I go bring this and many more. Be confident and not be afraid. Be fear for fear itself, but be alert and seek knowledge. It is better for a man to know that you have cancer as soon as possible than to avoid the inconvenience of checking or the inconvenience of knowing because you are afraid to face your worst fear. We must face our worst fear, and we must come up at the other end victorious. Ambazonia can win. Ambazonia will win. For the past 2 weeks, I've been engaged in series of meetings with Ambazonians leaders across the board, Ambazonian stakeholders across the board, our international stakeholders and international partners and those who sympathize with us. I've engaged in hours and hours of discussion, and I can assure our people that we will win La Republique if we do the right thing. We will lose if we do the wrong thing. But win is a must. There is no choice for Ambazonia. There is absolutely no choice for Ambazonia. And I will be honest with you, and I will always be honest with you. If we have been playing games, if we have been playing politics, knowingly or unknowingly, now it's time to put it aside and do what works. When you are playing a football and the minute it reach for 70 minutes, now the time where if they put some player for fee, now just say me they want test them. Now time for movie for back, put another player where it go make that goal for that last 15 minutes. If you make error with changes for player at that last 15 minutes, you go either lose that game, or you concede goal, or you win goal, because now for that last air, with all money energy it come out. Ambazonia there for the 70 minutes for this war. We are in the 70 minutes, and we must be focused. We must keep play aside. We must take seriousness. I'll explain this thing to you guys detailedly in defense, because for us Ambazonia, what is the most important thing is defense. Diplomacy is equally as important, because in that scale you have defense on one plate, you have diplomacy on the other. Both of them goes together. They are equal in importance. But when you address our people, that is the most important aspect you want to elevate. If you are an Ambazonian general, commander, soldier who carries weapons, now time for you to show your cannons now. This is the time to show your power against the enemy. This is the hour to show your power against the enemy. We must, as a priority, put an end to the campaign of Lele Afrique and Androkia. We must put an end to their campaign. Termina. If you have any IED, arrange them for that place. When will be the grow up? Will you find Grombip? Will be learn how to make trap them. Will be get kind by kind trap from Grombip. The one way na for roto, the one na for can put chop me, you can't chop them. If you don't find Grombip, so you go put trap for a hole, you go discover a hole, you put trap for that hole, if they can pass come up for that hole. You know, go left down Grombip, you go study the road the way it use them. Look the various type of trap them where you put them. If you be the put chop, then Grombip can chop them around. You go change strategy. You go find the best possible way, because that Grombip it must go. This Grombip, Lele Afrique, it must go. This Grombip, Lele Afrique, Toxicity, it must go. We must take Lele Afrique out of this equation. Yesterday, he be talk for meeting, say either according to information we get, and say the fear. It will be reckless. If it needs, say me be reckless for win this war. And we must show you, say, once he make that recklessness, his head must go. We must. Now our job for defense, any man who work for Ambazonia, you call yourself say defense, you get army or whatever, it is our job to take that responsibility and that challenge and do what it takes. Then Grombip, we must cut that head. If now Grombip way it become, he says that because Grombip today so you make trap. You can't feel so you don't go discover who from Grombip. Where you know saying a whole way be done you can discover and put trap for day. We must find that other hole the way the Grombip they come out. That black motorway the Lele Afrique they use them. No be only that one day now. As I be done put out last time, for that 11 February, it be done change them. So 20th May, they prepare them now. 20th May, it prepare them now. It go around and for give confidence for the people the way they want to use them. Yes, Santa work it don't shake. We must stand up strong to make sure say even the people the way they go come for this 11 February, even if it mean to say the boss the way they go use them for come. Once we get intel, say they come, even that boss themselves where they want for use them, you know go enter town. Pinyin, wanna stand strong. Chomba, wanna turn up strong. All man for Ambazonia, inside Mezam, now the center of gravity for Ambazonia fight, wanna turn up strong. Bui, wanna turn up strong. The border where they come between Buddha, Bamboo Tools, it can't enter for inside, go Richard and Kambe. That road, wanna be ready for block that road. I mean, wanna be ready for block that road. I go call una give una road map for block that road. Una go put a 6-mile blockade will be impossible for the Republic to pass. I'll show una the strategy. Una go line and put people them for guard 24 hours. Una go block that road, me they no come. Una go block that road, me they no come. All man be at Talat. Our soldiers are from Dian, from Bonge, Ekiliwindi, Omoyo Jok. All man pick a gun for a hand, hold am. If Ambazonia a get barracks for any place, now for that barracks for leave Palava for go collect money for people where the B has. Now for that barracks for leave this issue, who na the worker would become focused so much on ourselves, the enemy it take full advantage and they focus now for the area the way they hold am. Even I don't notice and say they no go come again for the place the way they become for install due them, they no go do them again. You need to change also your posture when the enemy they change your posture. Those one then they don't abandon and they don't leave them for we. So rendezvous for tonight. When I turn up strong, when I show the war where to get them for inside defense. God bless you all. Capo Daniel looking out for you. Signing off.